when you lost.
Hey guys, I may have go away heat, but these guys have true heel heat. So you better listen to the podcast or else I'm gonna kick you in your fucking cock and balls.
I'll get it.
Hey everybody, it's Tony Schiavone of All Elite Wrestling, and this is True Hill Heat, and I said it right, you motherfuckers.
What's going on, everybody? This is your former AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Once a champion, always a champion. Swerve Strickland. Whose house? Swerve's house. You're watching True Heel Heat podcast.
Hello. It is me, your True Heel Phenom SP3. We are live on the True Heel Heat Sports and Entertainment YouTube channel, as well as our True Heel Heat Facebook and Twitter for our Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Season 4 episodes 6 and 7 review, discussing the latest edition of Power Book 3 Raising Kanan. And boy, oh boy, a lot has happened in the world of power since the last time that we joined you here. And I'm so glad to do it with my esteemed colleague, my favorite person to talk some power with. She is back after she left me solo for a lot of these streams. I had to do Dark Side of the Ring alone, had to do Power Book 3 alone, but she's back.
I'm sorry. I'm here.
Fresh off vacation, first time here, back on the channels. It's Miss Krssi Love. How are you doing, Krssi?
I'm excited to be here. Happy to be back. What's happening, SP? What's going on? I leave you for 2 weeks, and this is you leave shits in shambles. It's a lot happening.
A lot happening across the board. We'll talk all about the wrestling half of what you've missed in the last couple of weeks tomorrow on the flagship podcast. But we had to get in some power because we had to get our power fixed because, you know, we don't have a new episode to talk about. No, there's no new episodes. So might as well. They gave us another. They was like, you know what? These niggas have not done a review in 2-3 weeks, so let's give them a week off so they can catch up. That's basically what.
Fair. That's fine.
Last time that I did the review, we talked about episodes 4 and 5, which was R.I.P. famous out here in the streets. You know, sad to see him go, but. Now we're going to talk all about the fallout from all of that. So we appreciate y'all for joining us live. Appreciate y'all if you're watching us on demand. Remember to show your appreciation back the simplest way possible. Let's drop the thumbs up on this video. That helps out the YouTube algorithms, helps out the algorithm on Facebook and as well as Twitter. You could drop a heart there. You can also share this video with all your Power Universe friends, fans, and family all across the board, wherever you like on your favorite social media platforms. If you're new to the True Heel Heat Sports and Entertainment YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. We've been giving you pretty much consistent content in the last couple of months, whether it be our Daredevil Born Again reviews. We got our final episode that we're reviewing on Sunday. Me and Corey will be here for that. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Gonna talk all about that. But yes, we also been doing some sports content. We did True Hill Heat Check with myself, giving you the preview for the NBA playoffs. We had our NFL draft watch along. We had True Off Season with Stad King and Chase talking about the NFL off season. So
Nice.
you got plenty of stuff for you to enjoy here on the channel. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And of course, if you're with us live, you can sound off in the live chat. We'll highlight as many of your comments as possible. And if you're watching us on demand, let us know in the comments down below what you thought about episode 6 and 7 of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. Krssi, you didn't join me for episodes 4 and 5. Any thoughts quickly before we get into episode 6 here? What did you think about the fallout and finally discovering that it's R.I.P. Famous?
I know that the cops kill Famous. Just saying.
Okay.
I don't think that's the last time we seen him. He was with cops. They was in his custody. What happened to Famous? Maybe he gave them away to those other people or whatever. Like we see in this next episode. But I think the cops know, and they know what happened to him. They lied to his poor mother. But yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't
Just
be
leave him up
surprised.
in the Bronx. Like, he don't even go to the Bronx.
We got some there's some theories out there as far as who is going to be. We talked about it in the last review. A lot of people believe it's Marvin because of one of the trailers that came out. London Brown, the actor who plays Marvin on Raising Kanan, has done an Instagram live kind of trying to debunk it, but in a way that doesn't give away the story and if he's really telling the truth or not. And then, of course, there's the theory that it was Rock. Rock is behind all of this. So we're going to talk about that as we go through this episode. But we're going to start with episode 6. Episode 6 of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, was entitled The Price of Fame. No, that was the last. Yeah, no, that's this episode. The Price of Fame. So let's get into it. So after the sad ending of the last episode, we ended that last episode with Kanan crying after finding out that Famous was officially deceased. The 6th episode starts with Kanan and the Thomas family paying respects to Famous at Cafe Vu. They do basically like a memorial service for him, while Kanan is itching to get his hands on the person responsible for killing his friend. The others in the family have a similar mindset, including the newly rehabilitated Lulu. Lou is the one who got the closest to Famous over like last season, so you can understand where he's coming from. Elsewhere, you get Unique shows up at Phil Russo's compound. We talked about that in the last episode. He approached Phil Russo about a partnership. He states that he is ready to take the fight to Rock. Although hesitant, Russo agrees to back Unique with his resources and men. However, they need to start a cold war against the Thomas family matriarch before jumping straight into the fire. In the meantime, you get Rock and Marvin. They face difficulties taming David after killing his brother, Terry, in the last episode. So David is now the new head of factory operations at their basically how they transport their drugs. Rock tells her brother that he has the duty to keep David in line from here on out. So a lot of different stories in the first couple of scenes. The scene at Cafe Vu was very emotionally driven. You could see Kanan is in a bad way. Also, Jukebox told Kanan that
Yep. She want to be down. You can find out. Yep.
She's down for the cause of going after.
The levels is peeling back for Jupe. I feel like the real Jupe is coming out, and Marvin is afraid to see that this person that was always there is coming out.
This was the episode right here, though. This was the episode that we got to see the older Jukebox come on out a little bit. But yeah, she's down for the shit. You also had a moment where Jessica, Fame's sister, came to Lou and they had like an emotional hugging. We would get more of that in this episode. You also had a nice little scene where Rock goes to Kanan and tells him like to calm down and don't do anything because the cops are going to be watching Fame's people close to see if they go out for revenge. And then you see how Kanan is staring at his mother as his mother kind of gives some grieving, some condolences to Famous's
mom.
mother.
Yeah.
And I think in the back of his head, Kanan's just having PTSD and a flashback when she did the same thing with Deewa's mom.
Yeah. But I feel like this time I think she's innocent in this point. And I think Rock being Rock and the men being around her, they just know she's just a liar and they can't get over that fact and they don't see any good in her. So i.e. Kanan, i.e. Unique, they just see lies. They just hear lies. They can't hear the truth when the truth is being told to them because that's all she's done to them.
To be fair, this is the bed that she has set up
and,
for herself.
The boy who cried wolf. You keep crying wolf, and now we don't want to believe you because all you did was lie to us. So they don't have any type of compassion or want to hear they can't hear the truth because they're so guarded from all the shit that she's done to them.
It's understandable. 100% agree with that. Then you got the whole Unique and Phil Russo. Phil Russo wants to start some shit with Stefano, but he basically wants to set it up where Stefano's own people will turn on him in the end because he wants to take over because it's basically a New York versus Jersey thing going on with them. And I mean, that's a tale as old as time being from New York. New York and New Jersey never get along.
Never. And we're right across from each other.
The light at the why New Yorkers are always depressed, Krssi Love?
Why?
Because they know the light at the end of the tunnel is New Jersey.
Yeah, all roads lead over to bridges and tunnels. All lead over there. No problems.
That's why we're always so depressed. So yeah, you got those lines.
And they mad we took their basketball team too. It's a whole bunch of stuff, yo.
Yeah, it's a lot of history there. There. And then you got Rock and Marvin with David. David is just high out his mind every time he's on camera.
Why? What? That one character, you just be like, do we really need him here, though?
Hilarious, though. I like.
He is. Yes, he is. He just wants to decorate.
We got he wants to have a mixer with the two with Rock and her people. DeMarcus Vaughn is in the chat. Good to see you, good brother. He says, "What's good, everyone?" He says, "Lulu actually cares about Jessica. 100%. He does. That's
always has been. It's always Jessica.
Love.
Yes, I was like, it's Jessica that did everything, not him. He would have still been with her if she didn't leave." But she didn't. She couldn't. She wasn't.
Even she didn't cheat on him with Crown. I don't forget.
Fine. I have nothing else to say.
Yeah. I don't forget. I remember.
And that was a clown ass nigga too.
Lulu might try to forget. Yeah, man.
That's a clown ass nigga. I forgot about it.
So when Kanan heads back to his drug operation, OC questions him about their next steps. The boy announces that finding the killer is their first and only priority now. He wants to know who killed Famous. He then goes and takes the money and he discreetly drops the latest cash collection in the same hiding spot as before. But unbeknownst to him, and this would be a crucial scene right here, OC is spying on him from afar. Man, Kanan, you got no periphery vision, man. If this was Tommy would have saw that shit. Like Tommy saw all the cops spying on him in Chicago in force.
Yep.
Like
you ain't see that little
Kanan,
nigga in that car?
Get better.
Come on.
You know? It's a little nigga driving a big ass car. Like, how you miss that?
And you know who got that money too. But go ahead.
Yep. At a group therapy session, Lulu expresses his loss of identity and his inability to process Famous's grief now that he is no longer drinking. The same applies to a different degree for Jukebox, who basically sees the picture from the memorial for Famous, and she fishes out Marvin's gun from under the sofa cushion as she plots a way to get revenge for Famous. But she also needs to do some target practice, as we would see. Meanwhile, Detective Garcia
You don't need it.
asks for help from Miss Figueroa in order to find her son's killer. However, his interest irks her further because he was disinterested in finding him for months until he turned up dead. She kicks him out of the house unceremoniously, but we got some of our best information about this whole thing in the scene where Detective Garcia says that Famous was basically tortured before he was killed, and he had been there, that body had been there for months basically. So
crazy
that the torturing part of it, I don't know if Marvin would do that. Marvin is the type that would just kill you, just shoot you. Yeah,
that's why I'm telling you. I know that Marvin, I think first of all, Marvin not gonna mess up. He'd be too hungry, he needs snacks, and he got things to do. Marvin ain't doing that. No, that's not his MO. He's just gonna black out and just shoot you. So I think we should cross him off as our suspects as killer. No.
I don't know. I can't cross him off completely,
really?
But he's further down. He's further down the suspect.
Bottom of the list.
Yeah, he's at the bottom of the list. He's at the bottom of the list of our possible suspects at this point. But yeah, the torturing part is not like Marvin. So that's why I had to say that there. We already touched on Kanan being stupid and not checking behind him with OC. OC can't be trusted, man. And he also didn't tell him that they still had work available. Like he told him last minute. He was like, "We still got some work." He was like, "Why are you just telling me this now?"
And this supposed to be a right-hand man. Like he's definitely not trustworthy at all.
And then Lulu kind of going through his whole trying to process his grief, but we would see where that would push him as far as the grieving process later on in the episode. DeMarcus says, "What's the difference between Rock and Jessica? They both slept with the ops. The op that Rock slept with saved her from dying. That's the difference."
Mm-hmm. Still ops, but a different type of ops. Nevertheless,
still ops. I don't fuck with him anymore, but I understood why Rock did what she did and slept with him before.
Correct.
Now Marcus also adds, "I wonder if Ronnie tortured Famous." Ronnie does seem like the type that would torture Famous.
Yes. But we can't even ask him that because his ass is dead.
Exactly. Can't do an interrogation on someone who's dead.
So I wouldn't put it past Ronnie. I think Ronnie, him and his crazy lady would do something crazy like that.
Sure. So during a short visit to Joyce's place, Lulu gets asked by his mother after Marvin turned her down in the last episode. He gets asked to put her out of her misery so she's no longer in pain. She tells him that Marvin was unable to do the deed, so now the onus falls on him, even though he is more sensitive to such things, and that's why she didn't ask him in the first place. Like his brother, though, Lulu declined to help his mother, stating that he is worried about what it might do to him if he goes through with it. We get a short montage of Unique getting primed for the occasion as he finally prepares to take the fight to Rock on a bigger scale. We see him get his custom made gear. You see him with his chains. He's like, I want all of them. I wanted to never left. Like, oh man, this was a nice little montage here. Then we get, at the same time, Kanan is informed by OC and the other underlings that Freddie Wild's gang may have been the ones behind Famous's death. Across town, Lulu has a frustrating day at the studio as he pulls up B Rilla for his lyrics, which he thinks should go deeper. When B Rilla disagrees and hits out at him and basically touches him after he tells him not to touch me, Lulu decides to step outside to calm down because he don't want to see what he would do if B Rilla sleeping on Lulu. Lulu is dangerous. Ask Crown Camacho. Oh yeah, you can't.
It's the silent ones. It's the quiet ones. And he must don't know like who Lou previously was. Like, don't let this alcoholism fool you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on my sobriety right now, but fuck me if you want to, and you're gonna get fucked up. So yeah.
And what did you think about Joyce X and Lulu to put her out of her misery?
I think she went to the boys first because she knew, but she just had to go down the line to say, okay, well, Marvin, I could do it. Let me go next to my baby boy to do it. Let's see what he says, you know. So, you know, she's just grasping for straws at this point.
Yeah. And then finally, you got Kanan being lied to by OC and the gang. It's like, dude, I didn't believe Freddie's crew was behind this.
Right, exactly. So again, knowing that little nigga who we know who he is, just knew that like what you just setting him up for. We knew that was all lies. Because now you working for the opposite team anyway. So yeah,
working for the ops. We got DeMarcus who says Karan Camacho actually saved Jessica's life and career. I don't see a difference between Rock and Jessica. How did he save her life?
Right.
You could say he changed her life. He didn't save her life. There was no bullets coming out of Jessica. Lulu actually saved Jessica's life, if you remember from season 1 when they got the drive-by shooting. He was the one that protected Jessica. Crown Camacho never saved her life. He gave her a career. He helped her with the career. That's the correct terminology. Saying save life or career, that's wrong. No, he didn't do that.
Yes. And also, Jessica was attracted to Lulu's lifestyle from the get-go.
Yeah.
But then once it got too hectic for her, and they I think when it got shot up, that's when she wants to run and say, "Oh, I don't think I want to be a part of this life." You know what this was when you first seen me.
Exactly. Your brother knew who I was, and you knew who I was.
Yep.
So business never stops for Rock, who has a meeting with Hafiz, accompanied by Stefano. The Thomas family matriarch and the New York Mafia boss provide Hafiz with a chance to open a new factory for their partnership. However, he has to pick up the tab himself. Kanan scopes out Freddie Wild's gang from his car, itching to gun them down himself, but realizing that he's outnumbered. He eventually decides against it as he sees they are also armed themselves. Elsewhere, Rock stops by Kanan's new place, only to be greeted by Crystal. She tells Crystal to look out for her boy as he may not be in his right mind now that Famous is dead. The problem seems to be bleeding into other places as Lulu struggles to keep himself sober after his whole botched meeting with B Rilla, as he stares at a glass of a drink at a bar. Yet she calls on Jessica, who arrives just in time to pull him out of there and brings him back to the studio together, which we'll get to in a bit. Yeah. You already know. Do you think that Rock likes Crystal? I think I'm starting to see that Rock kind of likes her.
I don't know if like is very strong. I think accepting more so content. I would say she girl ain't going nowhere right now. So any mother with son, you have to now, have some type of like cordiality to this person and ask for, just say, hey, just one lady to another. This is what it is. You gonna be with my son? Okay, no problem. Let's have a little chat,
This is coming from a mother of 2 boys. So I understand. This is also a pep talk for yourself when they're older.
Probably so.
Decked out in prime unique gear. Unique meets with Russo's contact, who is
Mhm.
Akbar, as they plan their next move, and he basically is going for help in reinforcements. He needs men and he needs guns. So when then we go to when Kanan arrives home late, Crystal tells him that she is worried about his well-being and that he may be on the path to doing something stupid, and she lets him know that Famous wouldn't want him to do anything like that.
Mhm.
A
Mhm.
similar conversation takes place after Marvin catches Jukebox coming home with his gun in her possession after
Yep.
she had her little target practice, an exercise that calmed her mind when she was in the army. Marvin tells his daughter that he does not want her to go down the same path as him, as it only leads to bad things. I love the line where Marvin tells her, he's like, the only thing I've ever been good at is bad. Unfortunately, it may be too little, too late to course correct because Jukebox is way too
Way too
down the
far.
rabbit
Yep.
hole at
Done
this
rabbit.
point.
Yep. Mhm. And it's a part of the lifestyle that she's grew up around.
Yeah,
So
yeah. She told him in well 2 episodes ago, or not the
yeah,
last episode.
yeah.
She was like, it's not because of the army I'm like this.
Like you guys just didn't want Kanan and myself to be a part of it, but you had us around it all our lives. Like it was
Yeah,
kind of bound to happen. It's like a rite of passage. I feel like
indeed.
that the parents didn't
Yeah.
want them to be a part of.
Indeed. I love the moves that Unique is taking in this episode. This was more
Yes,
of
yes,
like
yes.
strategic first season Unique.
Mhm, mhm.
I wasn't liking when he was just on a rampage and being reckless in like the
Right.
first couple of episodes, but this here, like the steps that he's been taking ever since the meeting with Sal's wife, where he
Mhm,
got the contact from Phil
mhm.
Russo, we're seeing more of the strategic side of Unique
The
come out,
smarter
which
side. Yep. Mhm.
I've been liking. Uh, but then we go after all of that. Meanwhile, we get Lulu find some solace from his current worries and Famous's death as he and Jessica rekindle their old flame for one night. They get together as basically Jessica tells him the Halle Berry in Monster Ball, make me feel good, oh, make me feel good, oh, make me feel good, oh, make me feel good. I've watched that scene way too many times. I hate
I
to admit.
mean, it's, it's a great scene. So that's why she won the Oscar. Let's be fair. But yes, it's an iconic statement as well. So um you have to, it resonates with people. It's a thing where like people feel like they're weakest and to get with someone else and makes them feel good,
Yeah,
excuse me.
yeah. They want to feel something else besides
Yeah,
the grief and
they
the
don't want to
pain.
feel right. They want to feel like just for a few minutes, just as long as it is. I don't want to think about this. Let's just be together for in this moment. Yeah.
But Jessica knows what she doing.
She does know
How
what
you
she's
take
doing.
off your jewelry? How you take off your jewelry and you just
Right.
leave
No
it?
one will never take their necklace off and just leave it there. Oh, I was looking for that. No, you wasn't. Because you would have called me and asked me where it was at. She said, I knew, like you planted that there for a girl to pick. Side chick 101.
So then we get Erwin takes over the Golden Pavilion business. He's worried about that his partnership with Rock is costing too much. However, she
That's the
assures
older
him that
Chinese man, right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
she assures him that things will be better and safer in the future. In the meantime, we learn that early Tyler is getting his hands dirty as a bookie working for Stefano and the Thomas family. The only issue is that his margins keep getting squeezed from both sides, from the
Mm.
Italians and Marvin, which Marvin is least bothered by at all. Like he's not bothered at all by it. He's like, as long as my money coming in, fuck you. Imani, meanwhile, she stops by the music studio to catch up on Lulu, which quickly turns sour when she discovers Jessica's necklace on the table. She knows that Jessica used to be his girlfriend, which only
Mm.
makes things messy between them. B. Rilla, though, he's making a house call at an apartment where his girlfriend Michelle lives with their baby daughter. She reminds him that the former inmate that he needs to step up as a dad and provide monetarily for their child. So lot of cool different points here. You got Rock who's trying to take care of the business. I think the early Tyler thing is just a seed being planted for something in the future. Now that Unique is back, I think that you might see Unique press early Tyler to get a part of this bookie business and help him make some more money than he's already making. He's easily going to turn on Marvin. Marvin, you already got an untrustworthy nigga all with you. You working with an untrustworthy nigga and you being mean to him at the same time? That's like the double whammy.
It's all a setup for like Unique and the other guys to come in and just take everything from all of them. I feel like this season gonna have them at like rock bottom by the time this is all done. Like they're not gonna have anything.
And then Amani, I'm sorry, sweetheart, beautiful woman. But you only slept with Lulu once. Why are you acting like you've been together for like years?
Hubby said the same thing. I was like, what do you mean? Like, if the shoe was on the other foot, you found some other nigga shit at my crib or my space, you would be tight too. He was like, no, that's not how it is. I was like, he was like, y'all didn't put no labels on this. We didn't say we was going together or whatever. Listen, it's different for females. Like, hello.
I'm just saying.
I don't care if you ain't put no label on it. You slept with me, okay? So and I want to sleep with you again. Not with you with some next bitch.
Well, he was grieving. He was grieving. He was going through something, He needed some affection. Ain't no labels. It's only been one time.
I don't know whose voice is getting worse, Lulu's or Kanan. I was like, these guys and these voices, we gotta get them together.
They trying their best to put on the New York Italian accent.
What is happening? Like, stop, please. Especially Lulu be talking like he's slow. Like,
and they're actually trying to add some depth to Be Rilla's character with the house call with the girlfriend, even though he's a dumbass, and we're gonna get into that.
Terrible. Oh my god, terrible. But go ahead, continue. Sorry.
So this was probably my favorite part of this episode here. Kanan in Jukebox. Kanan goes to Marvin's house and he recruits Jukebox. He's like, "Were you serious about having my bag?" And she's like, "Hell yeah." She went to the sofa. All this nigga Marvin did was move it to the other side of the cushion. Instead of finding a new hiding spot for his gun, he just moved it to the other side.
Or just take it out the house in general. Just put it, leave it. I don't. I think his thing was like, if she's gonna take it regardless, I'd rather her be protected than not be protected. But I don't know.
I don't think Marvin's that smart. I'll be honest. So they combine their efforts, Kanan and Jukebox. They tried to seek revenge for Famous by taking on Freddie Wild's gang. They corner the boys during their casual basketball game where freaking Jukebox starts it off by shooting the ball as it's about to go into the basket. They question them about who killed Famous. They express their innocence, stating that they have nothing to do with Famous's death and that they didn't even really like Freddie like that. However, after some pressing by Juke more than even Kanan's back here like, oh the fuck, what the fuck did I open up? Did I open up Pandora's box?
Yeah.
However, they heard a rumor that a dirty cop had taken out Famous because the boy knew their identity. Although Jukebox is not trying to hear any of this. She is itching to pull the trigger. Her acting in this scene was fucking amazing. She got everything down to a T. This was the older Jukebox. She's wearing her hair like the older Jukebox. The moment where she starts laughing and scratching her head.
I was like, psycho. Killer.
Oh my
crazy.
God.
All three in one sentence. Yep.
This is one of the best scenes in Power in this whole shows in all 4 seasons. This may be one of the best scenes ever because Jukebox, Haley Kilgore, killed this shit. She killed this whole entire scene. She's itching to pull the trigger to the point that Kanan has to be the voice of reason, telling them that they may be right. So they leave as they hear the cops are coming and they get the fuck out of there. What did you think about this scene? Because like I said, I think this is like a top 2, top 3 scene in Raising Kanan history.
This made the episode. I feel like that scene in itself. I was like, damn, how many takes they do this? I was like, did they do this in one take? Because she did this like, I mean, good. You know, when you just watching actors and they like the actual character, like they're not them. She was like, you seen her as the old Jukebox that we was introduced to in the Ghost series, and I was like, yeah, that's that crazy nut job that's just like ready to just like spaz off. So yes, they did this scene, and then Kanan looking scared himself, not really like, because he knows what those guys were saying, but Juke doesn't know. So he has to now be the voice of reason and like, let's go back to square one and figure this out, because why would they just go up and say that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just this was the Jukebox that we met in season 3 of the original Power. This was the lunatic who basically wanted to kill Tariq, who wanted to kill Ghost all at the same time. I was just like, oh my God, she's killing this scene. And it's gotten to the point that one of my friends, shout out to Graps Knowledge, who has been on here to talk about Power in the past. He said that this series, after that one scene, he calls the series now Raising Jukebox.
Yeah. It's not even, it's her. It's she, because she's that character that just did like the whole 360 as from beginning to now. She's the one character that has did a complete 360.
Yeah, she showed the evolution of the character from how she started off just being a aspiring singer extraordinaire with a beautiful voice, to now she's lost so much that she is now deranged and itching to pull the trigger on anyone who's in her way. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Yep. We got Power Driver Finisher joining us in the chat. Good to see you, Power Driver. He says she's the intriguing one. Yeah, I think she's just the better actor of the two.
Of all of
no flack against Kanan, no flack against anybody. I think that London Brown and Haley Kilgore are like the two, and Patina Miller, of course.
Yes.
Those are the 3 best actresses on the show.
I have to agree with you. Yeah.
We got Power Driver Finisher says, because in the original, she was punking out Kanan after he survived. Yeah, he was. Like, you let that book smart nigga fuck you up? Take your Yo. I wish that the older Jukebox lasted longer than 2 seasons. She needed to last longer than 2 seasons. She could have been there to the end. I wouldn't have complained. No. But we go to next. They leave after they hear the sirens that's outside of Krssy's house. They leave up out of there. B-Rilla heads for a different part of town where he meets up with an old associate, Kenyatta. He informs the man of a new job they could pull off together. From their conversation, the target seems to be Lowell, who is the owner of the record label.
Company.
That was, and this stems from that whole conversation. I think I said it in the episode.
He talked too much.
He talked too much. Don't tell him that you got all your money in your crib. This man was convicted for armed robbery.
Yep. Hubby said the same thing. He's like, see, this is gonna bite him in the ass, and look what happened as we will continue telling the story. But yes, talk too much. It's always those niggas.
Always the white niggas who say, "Oh, I have all this money." But
I'm poor.
I would have been like, "I'm poor as hell. I have it all in the bank."
Yep.
Not really. Jessica and her mother are packing up their belongings to move out of South Jamaica for good. Before they leave, Lulu stops by their place for one final meeting with Jessica, who he hands over the necklace she left behind.
On
Although she
purpose.
tries to Although she tries to coax him to go with her, Lulu's heart is set on his birthplace. They have an emotional parting of ways. Like I said, that's his true love. We just Lulu and Jessica need to accept they're each other's true love.
Mm-hmm.
But
Very
Lulu's
true.
gonna probably die. So, sorry, I said it. I know I said it. I said it. We got
Damn.
we got DeMarcus. He says, "I believe that Jessica left her jewelry at Lulu's studio so he could return the jewelry to ask him to go to California with her." Yeah, probably
I
the case.
mean,
She wanted
okay. I still think
one
she was
last
being
try to
messy.
tell him to come. And he didn't tell her about Imani. To be fair,
True. Still don't trust
yeah,
him, but whatever.
also fair. So as we get the voiceover of a grown Kanan talking about things as he usually does in his monologues, Rock arrives at home. We see that there's a window open and the wind is coming in, so we know someone has probably broke in. Rock heads to the kitchen. However, she gets the biggest shock of her life when she discovers Unique standing in the darkness, digging nonchalantly into a tub of butter pecan ice cream. He was like, you was right about that butter pecan. The game of playing dead is finally over for Unique, and Rock finally knows Unique is alive. It will be interesting to see how this all developed, but that was episode 6 of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. I thought that ending was right up there. I was like, episode 4 ending with Jukebox shooting homeboy and then the smile on her face as they were driving off, and then this ending with Unique being alive officially. That's the 2 best endings of the season so far.
So far, yeah. I would have to agree with you wholeheartedly. I think more so this episode surpasses the other one, but yeah.
Yeah, I can say that. I can agree with you there. So let's put our thumbs in the middle for Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 6, The Price of Fame, in 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up across the board. Let us know in the live chat if you give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. Out of 10, what do you give this episode? And of course, your MVP and LVP for the episode. Miss Krssi Love, out of 10, what did you give episode 6?
I'm going to give this episode, I want to say, I'll give it a 9.
Yeah, I'm up there with you. I'll go 9 out of 10. This was a near perfect episode.
Right. I feel like
this
8
is when
is too low.
They drive things a little bit further. We finally get the reveal that Unique is alive, and now we pretty much that ending really sets in motion probably the final 4 to 5 episodes of this season. It's all about Unique trying to take down Rock and how Rock and the Thomas family is going to respond. So that's like, and then like I said, I loved how strategic Unique was in setting the pieces in place before he did his final reveal there. So that is why my MVP for the episode is Unique. What about you, Krssi?
I was going to give it to Jupe, but I will give it to Unique.
Yeah, I mean, Juke had the best performance of the episode, but
Unique.
As far as the storyline, it's Unique because Unique set everything in motion. He's no longer dead, so he played this perfectly to a T. So I would say honorable mention to Jukebox, but the MVP is Unique.
LVP.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to say Marvin.
No,
not Marvin. Sorry. What's Shannon's little right hand man named him? That little boy, because he lied to the OC.
I mean, yeah, you're probably right there. I'm gonna give it to Freddie Wild's gang. They all pussy.
Oh,
They all pussed
yeah.
up. Jukebox had these niggas pissing in their pants. Freddie's crew is See, we right here, DeMarcus, we right here. I said it before you even commented. It's got to be Freddie's crew. They got bitched the fuck up.
He was peeing on himself. I was like, damn, yo, it's terrible. But yep, okay, that's a good one. Okay, and for losing his money, that's a good one, Pile Driver.
Well, no, that's not till this episode that we're about to review now. This was the setup where we saw OC spying on him, but we didn't get the reveal. So you got to save that one, Power Driver, for the next episode here. So let's talk about it. Episode 7. Episode 7, which was Allow Me to Reintroduce Myself. I love these titles.
Yes, for sure.
So this, I love the fact that this episode starts immediately from episode. Like if you skipped a week and you watched it back to back, it's like the perfect back to back episode of the season.
That's exactly what happened to my husband and myself. We came back Sunday and we watched Mania, so we watched it Monday. And we watched it back to back, and it was too good back to back. I was like, "Damn, when the next episode coming on?" I was sad that it didn't come on to this week, so I was it was ready.
I understand. This was a heater. This was a heater of a back-to-back episode.
Yeah.
So you get after Rock gets over her initial surprise at Unique's return from the dead, a confrontation begins between the two former partners, and this might be Joey Badass's best performance of the whole series.
Yeah,
he was so fucking intimidating and fucking dark and scary in this scene.
And not
Patina
listening.
Miller is is amazing. She's amazing in general. She's a theater actress.
Yes.
So she knows how to get the emotions and just the emotion on her face, and Unique not listening to her when she's telling him the truth as well. It's just it was so well done.
I'm like, Unique, please listen to her. She's not lying. Like, she had your baby and everything, but she was dying, but she was dead and she aborted it. Like, you don't understand the layers to what's happening. I'm like, come on. She wanted to be with you, but she really thought she could have, but whatever. Continue.
Unique accuses her of taking over his business and taking out his brother and Howard for her benefit. Rock contests his claim, stating that he is blinded by his rage and does not understand the full picture of what happened. However, he is too far gone to listen to reason. As they argue, though, we see Akbar and his men from New Jersey. They pull up outside of many of Rock's businesses and take control of them. Although Unique threatens to take everything that belongs to Rock, he says he's going to leave her alive for the time being. He says, before I bury you in the ground, I'm going to bury you in the streets. Oh my God. I was like, best line. Best Unique line ever. That's a bar. That's a bar and a half. Let's go, Unique. Let's go. So we get that. Then we get the following day. We see Lulu and Imani are at the diner. They're having a disagreement about his recent tryst with Jessica. Lulu assures her that it is a temporary thing, something that won't happen ever again. So they reconcile a bit here. Then we go to Kanan, Jukebox, and Marvin. They all meet up with Rock at her home, where she tells them about her earlier encounter with Unique, while Kanan is of the mind that they should fight back against Unique. Rock tells the group that they have to sit back and ponder their next step. After revealing the truth to Rock, Unique tells the next step in his journey by showing up at Pernessa's doorstep, who is overjoyed to learn that he is still alive. So I mean, the first part with Rock telling the Thomas family about everything that happened, Kanan, you are the worst. I'm sorry, Kanan is so. Yeah. This was exactly how Rock reacted to Joyce telling her that she was dying. That's how Kanan reacted to Rock telling him that Unique is alive.
It was a 360 moment happening for them. This episode just continue, SB.
Yeah. He's like basically he tells Rock that if you're the person on top, you protect your soldiers, and you haven't protected shit. He was like, you the whole reason we in this whole predicament, basically. So we get with Pernessa and Unique. She is a bit taken aback by his belief that Rock is behind his recent predicament. She understands that Rock was gonna sell him out eventually, but why would she work with Ronnie? Like that was the key thing. I like the fact that Pernessa understands this shit, but
Yes.
Unique is not trying to hear any.
He's
of
not
it.
trying. He's very all he's is. It's clouded because it's what he saw when he seen Ronnie dead. So, and Panessa, I'm happy that she did say, "Listen, that's not how she would rock. She would do things. That's not like she's a lot of things, but that's not what she would do." So I commend Panessa for saying all of that.
But he loses her mind on her, which leaves her with no choice but to console him. Meanwhile, you get Lulu also shows up at Rock's home and catches up with the latest developments. I should mention during that first meeting with Jukebox, Marvin, and Kanan, it was Jukebox who had Kanan's back. Kanan like storms out and she tells Rock and Marvin that Kanan is grown and that maybe y'all should listen to him. Even though Marvin was like, that boy deserved the belt. Like he shouldn't be talking to his mother like that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love Marvin. I love Jukebox. This is all the good things. All this stuff. We got DeMarcus who says Unique turned into Nino Brown with Pernessa. A little bit. Yeah. He definitely did.
He did. He definitely did. Just a little. He just keeps seeing red because he just been like. He doesn't know all the full story. He just seen something, so that's all. It's clouded. It's very like. His vision is blurry.
Yeah, DeMarcus says Pernessa and Rock are basically sister wives. I mean,
yes,
kind of got a point. They're Eskimo sisters, basically. We got DeMarcus. It says, "I am glad that Unique told Pernessa that he was alive." Yeah. Jerome deserves his dad in his life, but he had another baby out there. He don't even know it yet.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. So Lulu learns about everything that happened with Unique and Unique being alive. He is willing to jump right back into the ring to ensure that Unique does not take down the Thomas family, especially if it involves Kanan and Jukebox. Marvin is overjoyed to hear that. He's like, little brother, coming back to the business. He's like, look at that. And
like, calm down just for a little while.
He was like, I've been back, Marvin. I've been back, Marvin. With that accent, that Steely accent. But Rock wants to take things slow, so that's the reason why like Kanan was upset, because she doesn't want to clap back yet. She thinks that they need more information. They need to find out who's backing Unique right now and helping him, because he wouldn't want to go to war with Rock knowing that she's backed by Stefano unless he had some backup of his own. So they need to do their reconnaissance. So Rock and Marvin basically decide to go do some snooping around. We got DeMarcus. He says Rock is a hypocrite because Kanan talks to her like she talks to Joyce. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, they're basically one and the same.
Yeah. Yeah. I think all the parents talk. I mean, all Rock, Marvin, they all speak to their mom in a certain way, and they don't want their kids to do that to them.
Pretty much sounds accurate. Kanan and Jukebox, they talk about Unique's threat at a local diner. And fucking Kanan, he's so young and naive. This dude's like, oh yeah, Unique is my mom's problem. He's not trying to come at me. And it's like, nigga, little do you know that your right hand man is working with him.
Been spying on him from day one.
So as that's going down, their little meeting at the diner, Rock and Marvin meet up with Snaps and Pop. Rock informs the duo that they might be on Unique's radar because of their business connection with Kanan. Elsewhere, we see Unique pull up outside of the Golden Pavilion, which is now working for him. Worried about their next step, Rock and Marvin discuss the state of their current affairs with Stefano. The New York Mafia crime boss suspects that Unique may have a powerful backer behind him, someone who knows about Rock's connection with Stefano. As such, for the time being, Unique is trying to keep Rock alive because he needs her business connections to fall under his heel before he can take her down. Stefano also thinks that Unique is waging this battle for someone who wants to start a proxy war against the New York Mafia. So basically, this is when Marvin
put two and two together.
Yeah, Marvin and Rock realize that they're the proxy in all of this, and Marvin is the first one to suggest that maybe they should take out Stefano. What do you think about that?
I mean, very dangerous move, but I understand the move that on why they should take it, because again, I'm not supposed to be fighting for your war. Like, this is you guys' thing. Don't try to bring the black people in this and try to fight amongst ourselves and then be a part of your problem. So I get what they're saying. Is like, yeah, let's take him out, but then it's like that'll open up another can of worms and bags of things that I don't think you're ready to step into yet.
Because they're literally giving Phil Russo what he wants. Phil Russo wants Stefano's own people to take him out, so they're basically falling right into the trap. Basically, here. Kanan picks up his daily cash collection and heads over to the hiding spot to stow it away. However, after he just told Jukebox, he's like, I've been saving some money to start my own business, and he offers Jukebox a spot in it, but Jukebox is not about that life. She's like, nah, I'm not trying to work for you. He was like, no, we be partners. And she's like, no, I'm just working with you to trying to find who killed Famous. Even though she did make a look when he mentioned that maybe someone paid. Well, she's the one that said maybe someone paid the cops to take out Famous and stuff like that. But
yeah,
I think that Jukebox is a suspect of who killed Famous.
Really?
How
so?
There's certain moments. Yeah, there's certain moments where she makes certain looks when it's brought up. And then you had the little scene where she looked at the picture and then she got angry and had to go target practicing. And you can express that as, oh, she's hurt because she lost her friend, or maybe she's hurt because she has to hide a secret.
Right.
So
okay,
I don't know. Okay. We'll see. I'm not keeping her high on the list, but I think she is on the suspect list. Okay. And also, they talked about how, because Kanan and Jukebox asked Rock if she thinks Unique was behind Famous's death, and Unique during their whole scene basically was bragging about the fact that he took out Andre Barnes. He was like, that was your man. He was fucking, and I took him out. He went out like a little bitch, and he was so proud and happy to talk about that she doesn't think that he took out Famous, because he'd be screaming from the rooftops about that. So now Unique is off the list of suspects for Famous.
Okay. Fair.
So when Kanan goes to put his cash away, he realizes that the lock is broken and all of his money is gone.
Dummy.
What a dumbass.
And then it's also like you put in a storage unit, right? But you put it inside of a trunk. Like, you didn't think to maybe like dig a hole or like go an extra further step to like make sure it doesn't get seen, things.
Yeah.
You deserve to get your money taken away.
He's too young and naive. Just young and naive. That's all I can ever say about him. In the meantime, we get Unique moves Pernessa to a new home away from the South Jamaica neighborhood. He wants her to stay at the new place because he is about to turn the whole of South Jamaica into a war zone. He says it's going to get really smoky around there. He even promises to have some of his men to check up on Pernessa's ill mother, as Pernessa kind of protests this and say that she has to take her mother to her appointments. And he says, you need to stay put. That's what the fuck you need to do. He's like, I'll have one of my guys take care of your mother, insisting that she must never return to her old stopping grounds.
She's not going to listen.
Under circumstances. He was like, I've been dead once. I ain't trying to go back to that again. And you out here being a liability to me, basically. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna listen at all.
I think Rock is gonna find her and try to talk some sense into her, to talk sense into him. But we'll see what happens next week.
I am pretty sure that Unique is probably gonna kill Pernessa.
No.
I have a feeling. He's too mentally off there. All it's gonna take is a small triggering moment, and he's gonna kill Pernessa.
And then hubby brought this up. He was like, remember the doctor was saying like he's not himself. He's like this other, like he's once you can't come back from this, he's gonna come back a different person. And that's who he is. He's not his actual self. So he's not even thinking straight. He's not even unique anymore, I feel like.
We got here in the chat DeMarcus who says Rock needs to tell Kanan the truth why Unique didn't unalive her because they low-key had a relationship. That's not why he unalived. He didn't unalive her. He didn't unalive her because Phil Russo basically made that part of their agreement with each other, that he wants to take down Stefano, so he can't kill Rock yet until they take him down in the streets. We also got DeMarcus who says Stefano don't have a crush on Rock now. Yeah, he doesn't want the brown sugar anymore, apparently.
It's too much. It's too sweet in his coffee now. You don't like it?
Too sweet for the coffee. Too sweet. We got Project Finisher. He says Rock over here making her mom dying about her. Yep. She definitely did that. We called her out on that. We gave her LVP for that episode, just for that. And then we got DeMarcus who says Kanan putting his money in a trunk just like Rock had her money in the bodega and the rats eating Rock money.
That's true. I forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah, that was funny. So at the same time, Jukebox comes home and Marvin hands her his gun, fearing that she may soon be in the line of danger and needs something to protect herself. He tells her that this is a temporary solution, and once everything resolves itself, he plans to take the gun back from her. But once you give this girl a gun, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Someone gonna die. Rock meets with Hafiz, asking him to fast track their previously arranged operation. However, the instability back in his home country has led to a delay, so she has to wait a month. Rock is upset by this as she's running out of options and businesses to turn to. The same is partially true for Kanan, who embarks on a quest to locate OC, who he believes had something to do with his missing money. Unfortunately, he is unable to find him. No one knows where OC is at. He's like gone. He took the money and he dipped up on out of there. Smart move. Smart move. Meanwhile, we see B-Rilla. He arrives at Lowe's nice big mansion with Kenyatta and a shady crew of robbers. They are all well prepared to hit the house and get their rewards. And while he is happy to accompany the crew, B-Rilla decides to stay back in the van, fearing that Lowe might recognize him if he goes in there. Jukebox stops by the lesbian bar with her gat. She gets stopped by a bunch of like white guys in suits who are trying to holler at her, saying they want some of the brown sugar. And she got her piece. She put her hand on her piece because this nigga was getting too close. I was like, Jukebox, don't go out here and kill these white niggas. What are you doing? What are you doing? She goes to the lesbian bar and she hooks up with the girl who previously tried to ask her out, Jackie. They have sex in the bathroom before Juke just dips up out on her. I was like, Jukebox a real nigga now. She got that head and she was like, I'm not deuces.
She's like, I'm good. We don't have. Let's not pretend.
She was like, I don't need your number. This is not what this is. It's not what
Like,
this
Dad, you
is.
can't
I
even
was
be
like,
nice to her. She's like, that's
I,
nasty.
I was like, that's the jukebox we met in season 3 of the OG Power. Let's go. Then we get B Rilla. He faces a scare in the middle of the robbery job as he hears gunshots echoing in the home. When the robbers come back out, one of them is severely injured. The group tells the rapper that the couple inside the house were armed and had to be taken down. So he basically thinks that Lowell and his wife got killed. The B Rilla is terrified that he may have caused Lowell's murder. The following morning, Marvin sits down for a chat with Stefano, who wants him to take the reins of the Thomas family business from Rock. Marvin feels disrespected by the idea of trying to kill his sister and is willing to listen to the mafia man's demands. Before he leaves, though, Stefano says Marvin's unwilling to listen to Stefano's demands. Before he leaves, Stefano says that their discussion is far from over, but Marvin is just like, man, we should have killed this nigga already. And he also finds out that Stefano is like having issues because one of his guys was found in the Hudson River, which I think is Early Tyler. I think that has to do with Early Tyler.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Definitely
because
gonna
he said
stay back. Yeah.
He was having issues running this guy down that owed him a whole bunch of money. So I think he took care of him. So out in the streets, Kanan continues his search for OC, who has disrupted the flow of his drug operation. However, he does not care as the money is far more important. As he's driving around, Kanan finds an answer that we'll talk about here shortly. At Lulu's studio, B Rilla is shocked when he learns that Lowell is actually alive, as the assistant says that he's on his way. The couple who died in the house the other night were people who were renting the house from Lowell. And B Rilla kind of feels like he dodged the bullet, but at the same time, I still think he gonna do something to fuck this up, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. He sure is. Well, somebody gonna say something.
While driving around town, Kanan notices his mother making a monetary exchange with a couple of patrol cops. It looks like the same cops from season 3 when she was having issues with the property.
Correct. And what she don't know about, but of course, another person that don't listen to them, they not gonna continue
minding their mom's business when they're not supposed to.
Snaps and things are circling your head.
So when Rock and Marvin met with Snaps and Pop, Rock was like, "This is if it's my issue, it's your issue because you're in business with Kanan and Kanan's in business with me." And they're like, "No, it's not our problem. That's your problem. And we're in business with Kanan, not you." But that Snaps and Pops get some kind of solace in that as they receive a visit from Unique, who shows up at their club as expected. Marvin and Lulu stop by Joyce's home as they worry about their mother's death. They both talk about Joyce's desire to die, which she requested from the both of them. However, they were both unwilling to step up. After a small moment of respite, they head back to the living room where Rock is walking around. They start talking about the good old days of their childhood and how Joyce was actually sometimes a good mother. And how one time she basically had all the kids from around the neighborhood bring over their dogs for Rock's birthday. Because Rock really wanted a dog. At his new crib, Kanan tells Crystal that he believes that his mother was responsible for having Famous killed. And I was like, this motherfucker, you done lost money. You don't know what you're doing with your drug business. You don't know that Unique has planted a fucking snitch in your camp.
Your crew.
And now you blaming your mother for something that she didn't do again.
Again.
I fucking hate this.
Blind leading blind. Just dumb.
I fucking hate Kanan now.
Yeah. He goes on a list of people that you can't stand as characters. Yeah. He reminds me of the girl from Yellow Jackets that I can't stand.
Which one?
What's the girl that was sleeping with her best friend's boyfriend?
Shauna. Oh my
Shauna.
God, my missus has legitimately some of the eating of people gets to her and she has bad dreams, and two, she hates Shauna with a
I
passion.
hate.
She hates younger Shauna and older
And
Shauna.
old. Why do you? I'm sorry, we're going off topic. Why did y'all give her so much power? I don't know if you guys are current yet. It gets worse as the seasons go on.
Yes,
I
I think we're on like episode 5 of this past season.
Okay, SP. I am disgusted by this season, this last season, as far as like how much clout they gave Shauna in like she is one of the dumbest fuck ups, and it's always about her. Selfish, character that you hate, top tier, her. She's up there. Kanan is right behind her.
Agreed.
So I tell your missus, I feel the same way about Shauna. I cannot stand her. Like I didn't even want to finish the season, but like.
I really feel it's more that she hates Shauna so much. Not even the eating of people. Where she tells me that she has bad dreams. So she does sometimes have bad dreams about stuff. So I can understand. That's why I haven't like pushed trying to watch it again. But I really feel it's that she hates Shauna so much.
I hate Shauna. I cannot stand. I feel bad for her daughter and her husband. I really do. Like they are. Go ahead. Sorry, friends. We will do. When SP and them finish, we will talk about that show as well. And my hate for her. I mean, hate for her. Yes.
I love Misty. Misty's my favorite.
Misty's my favorite. Misty and her boyfriend, her crazy ass boyfriend, is my favorite people.
Yeah, Elijah Wood. That's the Power Driver Finisher says hopefully he took the money and left and not tell Unique because Unique would have offed him. Yeah, Unique would take the money and off OC if OC told him he took the money. And he says Unique told her F your moms, like, okay, Unique, don't care about his son, his girl, or his girl's mom. So if she helped her mom, he might even just take her out because he told her not to do it.
Yep. She's gonna. And when you said that he's gonna kill her, that's gonna be the reason why. Because I have to go take my mother to get her dialysis, and I'm not gonna let no stranger do it, and I'm gonna die. And now my child is gonna be motherless, and most likely maybe fatherless eventually. Who knows?
DeMarcus says B-Rilla was actually right because he expected that no one would be home during the home invasion. Kenyatta, Samir, and Julius should have listened to B-Rilla. Yeah, but they were also right because if there is a safe, you need the people in the house to be there to know the combination. But I don't even think they wound up getting any money.
I don't think they
because Lowell wasn't there.
Yep.
Cortine is in the chat joining us saying, oh, dang, you think Stefano wanted Marvin to kill Rock? I thought he just wanted Marvin to replace her. You don't just replace somebody.
You got to take them out. Yep.
Yeah, you got to take them out. You got. That's how it works.
Because they don't want them to come back or snitch or do anything to try to retaliate. So we have to put them out. We have to put them down like dogs or animals.
Power Driver Finisher says, nah, Rock won't support Marvin taking her place. That'd be too messy. He knows Rock is in this game for life, and he can trust Marvin to get things done without the messiness. He don't know Marvin then.
Yeah.
Marvin is nothing but messy. DeMarcus says Rock could be paying off Officer Buckley and Roland so she can move product through Southside Plaza with no problems or to harass Unique business at the Vietnamese restaurant. That could be.
Yeah.
That could be a target to go. So finish it up.
She's paying them off because they remember when she first bought that business, they was like, yo, this is we collect from this the neighborhood. And you want it safe, you want to keep us quiet, we need our money. And keep people quiet, you got to have people in your pockets. So there you go.
Sure. So while he may have reasons to distrust his mother, Kanan, it seemed like a big leap of faith based on what he saw in the street. So we'll see how that further develops in the next episodes. Yeah. In Joyce's living room, the 3 Thomas family siblings acknowledged that Joyce did the best she could when raising them without knowing what was wrong or right. When Marvin and Lulu leave, first Marvin and Rock have a private conversation where he brings up that Stefano let him know that it's the Jersey crime boss that is working behind Unique. So Rock calls him out for meeting with Stefano behind her back. And he basically confirms that, yeah, it was him that, instead of lying like he did last time, he does admit that, yeah, he's been doing work for Stefano on the side, but he didn't tell her that Stefano wanted him to take her out.
Right.
But he then tells Rock that she needs to go spend time with the mother, and that the nurse is going to be out for a little while, so she has some time. I think this was Marvin's subliminal way of being like, you can kill her, you know.
He didn't want to say it. He didn't want to like have no parts of it, but he I guess he felt comfortable if someone else do it, not him.
Yeah, because they both admitted to Rock that she asked him to kill her, and Rock was wondering why
Why
Joyce
didn't
didn't
nobody
ask
do
her.
it? Yeah.
No, why Joyce didn't ask her?
Oh yes.
And Marvin was like, because you want her to suffer. and Lulu's like, why would you say that? He was like, it's true.
They're I know they're not related, but it's such like chemistry, like it's believable that like that's how siblings would talk to each other, if that makes sense. Like we all know one sibling might hate mom more than the other two or three or however many siblings you have, and it's that one of you like, nah, she needs to suffer. Like this is what she asked for. Like, well, she didn't ask for cancer, but still nevertheless. But it's true sibling like talk and rivalry, things like that.
Yeah. So Rock realizes that her mother is in a lot of pain and suffering for it. Taking pity in her heart, she decided to do what her brothers couldn't and asks Joyce if she wants to really go through with it. Joyce accepts the offer, telling her daughter to take care of the family, especially her son and her relationship with Kanan. Mm-hmm. We watch as Rock injects Joyce with the dope and mourns for her mother. They share tears together, and you see that she finally forgives her mother when she does this. So emotional scene. Patina Miller acted the shit out of this. Oh,
I was crying.
Goodness.
I was boo-hooing. I mean, it was a great scene. I cried. I cried. I ain't gonna lie.
Like everything that happens in this show, Kanan is not gonna understand. No, Kanan is gonna make this about him. He's like, you killed grandma.
I think they shouldn't even tell him. I think they should just let him know like she just died in her sleep. If you tell Kanan or Jupe, they're not going to understand what the grandmother's request was, because again, the grandmother didn't even want to tell them. You know, understand what I'm saying? She went to her children, and she went to the boys first, and then she went. So I think they should not tell the kids. I think they should just let it know, like, listen, she went peacefully. She's not suffering anymore. This is what it is. I don't think they should tell the kids, but they probably, Kanan hating his mother for her lying so much and keeping secrets. And as we said, that's the whole thing with this family. They keep too many secrets. And that's what Kanan is not going to accept.
We shall see in the next episode. We got to wait till next week for the latest episode of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. It comes out on May 2nd. So, of course, we'll be back here sometime next week or the weekend after to talk all about it. But let's put our thumbs in the middle for episode 7. So, in 3, 2, 1. Another easy thumbs up. Let us know in the live chat if you gave it a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. Out of 10, what did you give this show? Your MVP and LVP for this episode as well. Miss Krssi Love, out of 10, what did you give this episode?
I give it 8.5. This one was good, but the other episode 6 was better than this episode. But still solid, still good, still like putting things in motion for what's going to happen for this soon. And then we got 2 more episodes left. It's almost over. Oh my God.
Well, 3 more. Episode 8, 9, and 10.
Oh, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 3. I'm sorry. I'm thinking we're at 8. Sorry. Yeah, so we still got 3 episodes left. So it was a solid episode. My MVP, I give The Rock.
I'm gonna give the episode. I'm gonna agree with you. It's an 8.5 out of 10. And yeah, for her making the strong choice, I think this is the first time I'm going to give Rock MVP for
Correct.
the
Ever.
episode.
Yeah.
In this season,
In the season,
she's
right.
gotten MVPs in the past for other episodes of the last seasons, but she made the right choice. This is what Joyce wanted. She didn't want to be in pain anymore,
Yep.
and she's always been kind of the person who's had to kind of fill the shoes and run the family because Joyce wasn't always there for them, and Mark and Lulu, they some fuck up. So usually Rock who has to step up in that position. Yep. LVP for the episode, it's 100% Kanan.
Yes, for sure. Kanan. You lost your money. You just a dummy. Yeah.
Everyone is in agreement here. So yes, R.I.P. to Joyce Thomas.
R.I.P.
Another one bites the dust. We lost Famous. We lost Joyce. It's been a tough season already, but that brings us to the end of our episode 6 and 7 review for season 4 of Power Book 3 Raising Kanan. Appreciate y'all for joining us live. Appreciate y'all if you're watching us on demand. Krssi Love, thank you as always for joining me. Let everybody know where they can follow you on social media and when they might see you again.
You will join myself and SP back tomorrow on our other channel for our flagship show, for our review for everything that's happening in wrestling this week. It's probably going to be a long one, but yes. Join us back there tomorrow, 11:05 tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So you see us there. Yeah, we will probably be back for Dark Side of Ring. I think you're doing it on Sunday, so I'll definitely try to fit that in and meet you for that. I have to catch up for those episodes. Other than that, it's Krssi Love _1, True Hill Krssi Love, my name, and yeah, that's it.
Absolutely. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSB3. Follow the gang, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at True Hill Heat. Like Krssi Love said, join us tomorrow on the wrestling YouTube channel for our flagship podcast. It's a special call-in episode where you'll be able to join us on screen and talk about the power struggle between The Rock and Triple H, to talk about WrestleMania 41. WrestleMania 41 nights 1 and 2 and everything that happened in this week in wrestling. So join us live 11:05 a.m. Eastern time on the wrestling YouTube channel, and check out the rest of our Power Book 3 Raising Kanan reviews for episodes 1 and 2, for episode 3, and for episodes 5 and 6 from earlier this year. And I'll be back here on the wrestling YouTube channel coming up on Sunday for the finale of Daredevil Born Again, episode 9. We'll be talking all about the chaos that went down in Hell's Kitchen. So join us live for that. But thank you so much to all of you for joining us live. Thank you if you're watching us on demand. For Miss Krssi Love, it is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. This has been our Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Season 4, Episode 6 and 7 review. We are signing off until next time.